My friends, since I sounded the alarm about YouTube unsubscribing many of you without your permission, you good people have rallied and I've gotten back thousands of subscribers. That said, every day I receive word from viewers that they've been unsubscribed, many for the second or even third time. Please check to make sure you're still subscribed, and if you are not a subscriber, please do subscribe, click the notification bell, and help us in our war to save pop culture. Thank you for listening, and now, on to the video. My friends, recently, the Disney Corporation and Bob Iger and the Disney board took a token stab, or at least it seemed like a token stab to me, at placating investors and kind of blunting Nelson Peltz's offensive to get on the Disney board by releasing, finally, an investor dividend for investors, the first that they have seen since, I believe, 2020 or 2021, since basically COVID hit. They've been using COVID as cover for underperforming films, for park attendance drops, and for not issuing dividends to stockholders, all during that time. That was one of the thorns in Nelson Peltz's side that prompted him to make a bid for board seats. And so to blunt that, Iger released, finally, a dividend to profit-starving investors. And that dividend was 30 cents a share. 30 cents a share, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm a simple country supervillain. I'm not enlightened in the ways of stock or investment. I have no stock. But it just occurred to me that it seemed like 30 cents a share was a pretty low dividend, but I might be mistaken. And so I asked an actual Disney investor to come on the show and talk to us and explain to us all, is 30 cents a share a good dividend, or is 30 cents a share a terrible dividend? I genuinely don't know. And so I have invited Mexican Ironman to come on and tell us what the hell is going on. Mike, you finally got a reward for all the stock that you hold. You got a, I mean, you know, I'm saying you got what? I'm genuinely, I'm a simple country supervillain. I'm not an investor. I'm ignorant. I don't know a good dividend from a bad dividend. So would you please enlighten us as to how this 30 cents a share dividend made you feel?
Well, let's just say I'm not a happy Mexican camper today. Let's just say that.
No.
Let me just grab this here.
Okay.
The sombrero it may be painted green, but it's not feeling. It's got it. There's no money in here, Doomcock.
Okay. The only green on that hat is the felt.
Mexican Ironman is sitting here waiting for my dividend, hat in hand. Well, let's just say this, Doomcock. I'm not very happy. I'm not happy because let me break it down. If you bought the stock a year ago when it was trading at, let me take a quick look. Was it $94 a year ago? Yes, $94.15. Or you bought it today at, guess what? $94. Okay. So the stock's been flat. It's been as low as the 70s. And in my case, I've actually owned a chunk of it in the 170s. I bought some at 174, 176, 170, back when I thought it was going to Netflix values. But let's just say, for kicks and giggles or sombreros and salsa, that we just take your 30-cent dividend that I just got biannually. So let's just multiply that by 2. So let's just say I'm going to get 60 cents in the next 6 months. Let's just divide that by, I don't know, $93 a share.
Right.
Okay, we multiply that by 100. All right. So Bob Iger, if you took 1 penny and divided into 10 pieces, I just got 6. I'm going to get 3/10 of 1 penny, and then another for the next quarter, I might get another 3/10 of another penny. So, but I still am not getting 1 penny for every dollar of investment.
Now, I'm no financial wizard. I'm hell-bent on conquering the world, and my financial mismanagement of my own funds has hindered me. So I don't know, but it seems to me like just having your money in a savings account, not in a certificate of deposit, but just a bank savings account would deliver more money, more of a return than
Wow.
that. Am I mistaken or am I incorrect?
Wow, tough crowd here today. Way to provide the positive inspiration. You are right, Doomcock. I would have made more money if I just taken this stock, stuck it in the bank at 1%, even 1% savings yield. All right, forget if I did a T-bill or a CD, with a CD account where I would have actually made decent interest. Hell, I had an opportunity. U.S. Bank had a special running earlier this year where they were going to pay a guaranteed 4.5% for 6 months. I could have taken it and put it there.
Right. And it would have been vastly more money than the actual Disney stock. Now, I'm not even talking that certificate of deposit, right? But I mean, even just a 1%, just savings return. Just having it sitting in a bank doing almost nothing, you still would have made more money. And I'm not trying to rub it in. I'm just trying to get it in perspective.
Oh no,
you feel for Disney investors.
So your future ruler of Earth has got it nail on head, and this is why we need to take action. I've been incredibly patient and hopeful. And look, people will say, "Well, what, you still own their stock?" Look, I inherited most of it, and then I doubled down and bought more of it. And truth be told, as critical as I am, I want this company to be saved. I really do. But when Bob promised a dividend at last year, and he said he was going to do it before the end of the year, I thought for sure it'd be like, I don't know, the equivalent of like $1, $2, $3 a share. If someone would have told me it's going to be like, dude, 30 cents is just a flat out, like, why bother? Like, literally, that's like, I'm sitting over here on the side of the road of Disney with sombrero in hand. As an investor, Bob walks by in his Bob Iger walks by in his $10,000 custom-made suit, having taken his second shower of the day on the way to his premiere, and he dropped 30 cents in the sombrero.
Well, it is painful. Of course, I think that the reason that they're paying a 30-cent share dividend is because they're broke-ass punks. I mean, they pissed away the dividend, losing over $1 billion at least on the last few theatrical releases, like not making their money back. I mean, you cannot.
Right, and if you look at the financials, I know how they haven't released the financials for this quarter yet, but I know that when they are released, they're going to show what I already know, which is that they're financing this by the closures of things like the Galactic Star Cruiser, the depreciation, all the amortization, all the write-offs they've done by taking some of the content off. They're creating enough of deductions to create the cash to do this piddly little dividend, because the company is not making any real money. What money they are making in parks, they're using to subsidize their horrific Disney Plus programming and their horrific studio release.
Yeah, and none of that is profitable. Disney Plus is never going to be profitable now that they're trying to bundle it together with Hulu to, I guess, further obscure the fact that Disney Plus is a big loser. They're trying to say, well, since they're intertwined and they're going to have as many, Disney Plus subscribers as they have Hulu subscribers just because of the bundle, but the bundle is cheap ass. I mean, you're getting basically Disney Plus for fucking free, which is about, more than it's worth.
There is some good news though, Doomcock.
Oh, really? What is the good news?
Well, if I multiply my number of shares by my 30 cents per share, I actually have enough for a pack of tortillas.
to bolster your burgeoning rabbit chicken empire.
Yes.
Correct?
So we have enough for a 24 pack of tortillas.
Wow. Well, shit. So I guess
not much else.
Not
much else, Doomcock. This is a sad day. Look, I'm cracking jokes left and right, but I got to tell you, I'm bummed out in this, and I'm pretty insulted, and I think everyone else should be. That's a Disney stockholder.
Well, I think that is one thing that no matter what, Nelson Peltz has already succeeded. Nelson Peltz has really plastered all over the mainstream media and articles online and on television his case, which is that Disney is underperforming, Disney is badly managed, and Disney is not friendly to investors. And just getting the word out about that into the mainstream for months and months now, and it's going to heat up this month and next month. I think he's already succeeded partially in his mission to at least raise awareness that indeed there is something rotten in the state of Disney.
Yes, sir.
It's a grotesque miscarriage of justice to investors, and Nelson Peltz and the former Disney CFO are now swooping in to try to rectify it. Any final thoughts, Mexican Ironman?
Well, this is going to be fun times, because I got to tell you that if I'm mad at my 30 cents a share times the number of shares I got, I can't wait to see how upset and annoyed Nelson Peltz is at 30 cents times the $3 billion worth of shares that he's got.
Nelson Peltz could have made more money having that $3 billion sitting in the bank than he could have made through Disney, and that is bad news for Disney and investors and Western civilization. I mean, shit. A kid with a passport account and a junior savings is going to make more money than Disney investors, and I think that's a sobering statistic.
I am not having the ride of my life. I'll tell you that much.
Disney investors derail, I think, is the headline here. Mexican Ironman, thank you so much for your time and your insights. Sorry to rake up the pain, but I just genuinely did not know, as not being an investor, whether or not this was a typical dividend or subpar.
No, it's not. It's subpar.
Okay. Well, thank you for letting us know, Mexican Ironman. From the center of the earth, this is Victor Van Doomcock bidding you all, my friends, stay angry. Ha 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 ha.